Welcome to Conversations with a Stranger, a podcast where I get up close and personal with people from all corners of the world. On each episode, my guests will share their stories, experiences, and perspectives that will give us an inside look at their lives. So come along on this journey as we explore the world through these incredible conversations.
I like talking about religion and politics and all these things. A little bit of both. I'll be honest, and maybe this is gonna sound arrogant for sure. I think I know more when it comes to religion. I think, especially Abrahamic religions, I'm probably more well versed than the average person on here.
And that's traditional, like Christian, with when you say Abrahamic religion?
Christianity, Islam, Judaism. Yeah.
Okay, so the other two as well is based on. Explain it to me. I know the story of Abraham and his son, right?
Yeah. Well, he actually has two sons, but yes.
The big one was he tried to sacrifice his kid or something like that, correct?
Yeah.
And then the story is prominent in all three religions?
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that. That's cool. You're teaching me something.
Yep.
So, where are you located? Like, what part of the world?
New York, the United States.
Okay, you like it there?
Yeah, I don't have a problem. The country respects my rights to worship and to, own property. So yeah, the country in general is pretty good. Could things be better? Sure, but I think it's one of the best countries to live in.
Did you grow up there or originally?
Born and raised, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's good to hear somebody being humble about, having what they have, because you don't always get to practice your religions in other countries. Sometimes it gets you killed.
I mean, sometimes other countries just saying something. It doesn't even have to be religious. It's going to get you killed, so.
Yeah, just saying something, really opening your mouth could get you killed. So
yeah, and
a lot of people take that for granted.
Yeah, and I'm Muslim, so I mean, in America, here, if you couldn't tell already, I think it's rather obvious with my appearance if you associate it to stereotype. But generally, America is pretty good. The Constitution is pretty equitable to people. It's organized. You can live a middle class life here pretty easily.
So the buzzword these days is identifying as. Do you identify more as a Muslim or do you identify more as just an American?
Muslim, for sure.
For sure. Okay, cool. So tell me about yourself. Like, what do you do in your spare time? Like,
yeah.
What's your life like?
Yeah, I like to study law, history, politics, religion, philosophy, ethics, and all these different things, which are all part of philosophy.
Is that a career that you do, or is it just a hobby?
They're all hobbies. And I like to travel the world, man. I like to travel and see different people, try different food, and see what different people... Also, I like to study languages. I'm big on language. Just seeing different cultures and people. And yeah.
So, where's your, favorite place you visited so far?
Outside of the States?
Yeah. Or even in the States. I mean, it could be a favorite place in the States. It could be your backyard. Who knows?
Honestly, the first place my favorite place in terms of what? Like country, state-wise?
Yeah, like a place that you would love to go back to, or, it's just like it changed your life, or just your favorite place?
I would say it was Morocco.
Wow, okay. Beautiful?
Yeah, it really is. It blew my mind. I'm not Moroccan. So, I went to Morocco. I thought it was going to be this backward country. Just the opposite. It's actually even more advanced than America in many ways. It was very awkward for me. It's like, I walked in there, I was like...
Whoa.
As soon as I got in the airport, and I was like, wow, this airport is better than JFK. JFK sets a low bar, but among other things, and that was just my first impression. I was like, okay, this airport's pretty good. You can get out. It's actually not that religious of a society. It's far more open-minded than I thought. Yes, there are religious portions, but it's more tolerant than I really thought. It was actually very shocking to me. It was such a culture. Morocco is very much a mixture of Islamic and Western culture.
And it's a would visit again for you for sure. You want to go back there?
Yeah, the beach. I want to go to other cities that I didn't get to see the first time.
Is it? Sorry, I lost my train of thought here. Is it a place that you plan on going back to soon?
Well, if God willing, the situation provides, if I have that opportunity, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
How long did you stay your first trip there?
2 weeks.
And that just wasn't enough for you to experience the culture truly, huh?
Not just no, it's not. I mean, I think I experienced the culture, but again, there's so many big cities that I miss. It's like coming to America and only going to New York and like LA. There's so much else to see.
Yeah. So you seem like you have a very deep mind, a deep thinking person. What kind of values do you hold dear?
Oh wow, yeah. Well, I appreciate the compliment. I'm very faithful in my religion. I believe in being a just person. I first believe in God, have a form of objective morality, and treating people with respect, and speaking to people kindly, and relying on God. That's the most. That everything is written, and we have free will only in the moment. And so to use that free will and the effort with a pure intention, and may God preserve my intentions to be pure. And to ultimately learn the truth and to strive, even when the truth testifies against myself, what that truth is.
Has there been many times in your life when that faith and those values have been tested?
Of course.
Is there anything that comes to mind like that was a really big lesson for you?
Well, you have good questions, man. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. When I tested my faith, I think, so I'm a weird person. I'm not a person that learns. I learn from other people by observation, not from communication. So you could tell me something and I won't believe you. I have to do it for myself or observe you. I have to do things for myself to learn. Like I have to.
Correct.
So it's like,
Yeah.
so if somebody tells me, is this in your religion? I have to go and now look. Or if somebody tells me about this religion, like I don't learn Christianity from Christians or Islam from Muslims. I go to the source of, and I read for myself, and that's how and that just is everything in life for me. I prefer, like I told you, I think the thing is I like to seek the truth and seek what is like actually there instead of what people tell me.
Yeah.
And it might,
yeah.
So
is it your culture that pushes you more towards Muslim than Christianity or Islam?
No. I would say that half of my family is actually Christian, so I'm mixed. I'm biracial. Half of my family is North African, Egyptian. The other half is Puerto Rican. So half of my family is Catholic, and the other half is Muslim. So I grew up I used to go to the church. I used to go to the mosque. I was learning. And about 14, 15 years old, I read the whole Bible, the Quran, and, Bhagavad Gita. I was reading, not the whole Bhagavad Gita though, but I read enough about, substantial amounts. I chose Islam as once you've read everything completely, like the Bible, really study it, and you really think about it, it all kind of just, it's incredibly logical. The logic and the wisdom, you just see the connection, that this is all really one religion.
It spoke to you more than the other ones.
Oh yeah, the logic.
You related to it more, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had any experiences that were spiritual that kind of reaffirmed your beliefs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I pray, I feel it in my heart, and I swear to God, things that I pray for have came out of things that were not expected at all. Came. Things that I didn't control whatsoever, but they came.
They work in a mysterious way, whether he or she, whatever God is, it definitely works in crazy ways that you don't expect.
Yep. That's absolutely, I prayed and things happened, and I've always had that faith in my heart. Even when I was a little kid, I didn't know about religion as much, but I knew that there was a creator, and I felt connected. And I just always had this faith, like the creator's taking care of me. Whatever I do in life, I rely on God, and it's like always been in my heart.
So you're in a pretty happy place with yourself right now? Is there anything missing in your life?
I would say I think it's my own fault. I'm a bit impatient. because I've been in school for so long, and then trying to find a wife and stuff. Yeah, that's especially at my age. I'm in my early 20s, so it's like, of course, every guy in their 20s is thinking about women all the time. That's normal. Like, but you know, it's getting to a point. It's like I'm alone all the time, so I want to have a nice partner, have a family.
Can you see how God would be working in that way? Can you level with yourself and say you're not ready for a woman yet, or do you feel like you're there?
No, I don't think I'm ready, and that's why I believe God gives you things when it's better for you, you know. So
yeah,
I believe that, of course, God is the most knowing, so of course He knows what is better for me than myself. But I'm saying, like, you know, so I believe that, yes.
So you're struggling with the emotional impatience and just waiting for God to give you what you need at the perfect time, huh? You said you're very impatient. Is it just that?
Well, impatient is more than just a romance part. It's like it's in other things in life too that I won't go into. But yeah, yeah, and just in general, it's my own, because I'm getting tired. I'm getting exhausted basically. But it's okay, you know. It pays off in the end soon.
So you're on the political side of Omegle. Do you get into politics much, or is that just a way to talk about religion as well?
No, I talk about politics all the time, yeah.
Do you have any hot takes that you die on the mountain for that a lot of people don't agree with?
There are so many things that you could say that people, you know, so many people don't agree with, and so many people do agree with. I would say, yeah, abortion, I think, is a good one.
And how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm Muslim, so, you know, logically, well, actually, Islam is actually kind of liberal on abortion, actually, compared to the other. But the main scholarly opinion is pretty liberal. But I disagree with it. I think simply not wanting to have a child is not a legitimate excuse. I do think, of course, rape and murder, that's fine.
But it's a life, so it should be valued.
Yes, you have to have like a legitimate excuse. You know, the mother might die. Okay, sure, that's fine. But like just general, I don't want to have. You know, I think that's an easy way out, and I think not only is it an easy way out, I can't help myself but to think that women who want to use that excuse are just promiscuous.
Yeah, it's a contraceptive thing that they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other reason to have it than the fact that you just don't want to be responsible. Besides the exceptions, like if you're just gonna do it for that reason, you know, I don't feel ready, then it's like you should be adult enough to also take preventative action. But then, you know, I'm almost
Buddhist in the way that I value all life. I mean, I don't even like to kill spiders, man. It's just, I think all life is precious.
Yes, absolutely. You know, the only reason I would kill like life is like an animal to eat, but I'm using it for a purpose, or like a specific, you know, or plants obviously to eat. But other than that, it's like just to kill something for no reason. It's like ridiculous.
Do you have a bucket list?
Kind of, yeah, you could say that.
What's number one on that list?
Start my own business.
What would that look like for you? What kind of business?
I want to invest in real estate. I always had that dream.
Are houses and architecture something that you've been into?
Yeah, I like buying. I haven't done it, but I would like to buy properties, rent them out, flip them, and stuff like that.
Are you good with your hands, or is that something you need to learn as well? Like working and remodeling, renovating?
Yeah.
Is that something you've had?
No. I think like most young men these days, we're not taught anything in practical school. No, but yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I grew up poor, so we had to fix everything. We couldn't afford new stuff. So this is the last question real quick. Do you have any advice for someone who might be struggling with their life? If you can think back to times you were struggling, what really helped you?
Have faith in God and put yourself, whatever it is in life, come with a pure intention and put your best effort in anything. And read. Reading is very important. Learn. And that's it.
Yeah, your mind is a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yep.
I appreciate your time, man. It was awesome talking with you.
You too. God bless you, sir.
Yes, and you as well.
Thank you.
This was Conversations with a Stranger. I do hope you enjoyed this episode and will consider liking or subscribing and leaving a comment letting me know what you thought. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Have a blessed and amazing day.